Hello, nerds. My name is Megan from Vigilante Vibes, and I am here with another character breakdown. And I have been breaking down characters that are the underrated mutants of the Marvel Universe, so why not continue that? Today, I want to talk about Azazel. Azazel is an interesting character who has been talked about quite a bit in the past few years, and I think we all know why. Because of the retcon that he is not Nightcrawler's father. But we will get into that. So, starting off, Azazel first appeared in Marvel Comics in Uncanny X-Men number 428 and was created by Chuck Austin and Sean Phillips. Azazel claimed he was one of the oldest mutants around biblical times, as a part of a group of demonic-looking mutants called the Nephim. According to him, he once went toe-to-toe with Mephisto and others for the title of Satan. They wanted to be called Satan. Eventually, the Nephim were banished to a hellish dimension called the Broomstone Dimension by a rival group of angelic-looking mutants known as the Sheriffim. Azazel seemed to believe that Angel, who's Warren Worthington III, was actually a modern-day member of that group. Which, just because he has wings. Over the years, Azazel made all kinds of shady deals with humans, including the family of Monet St. Croix. He was the only one among the Nephim who could break through the dimensional barrier and come back to Earth for short periods, thanks to his teleportation powers. The only way he could return permanently, though, was by fathering children, which... His offspring were naturally connected to his dimension, and he planned to use them to create a stable gateway between the realms. So, around 20 years ago, he started seeking out women to bear his children. Great. During that time, he crossed paths with Mystique in Germany while she was married to a wealthy nobleman named Baron Christian Wagner. Azazel was introduced as a business partner of Christian's, and from Azazel's point of view, he successfully seduced Mystique, who ended up pregnant with what he believed was his child. But things were a little more complicated than he realized. Mystique's longtime partner and now wife, Destiny, had been working undercover as her maid, had hinted to Mystique that she wanted a child. Destiny also had a vision that Azazel would eventually wipe out the entire mutant race, unless he was stopped by someone he believed to be his own child. Because Mystique could genetically shift her form, she transformed into Azazel and, out of love, impregnated Destiny. As a result, their child would look like Azazel, fooling him completely. That child would become Nightcrawler, my favorite mutant. Not long after, Mystique killed her husband Christian after he discovered her relationship with Destiny. Later on, thinking Mystique was dead, Azazel went on to father dozens more children. These kids were eventually drawn to a mysterious island called Isla de Demonis, where they sacrificed themselves to open a portal for Azazel and his army to invade Earth. His goal was to wipe out both the Sheriffim and what he called normal mutants who didn't look monstrous and weren't treated like freaks. Alongside Nightcrawler, another one of Azazel's children was a mutant from Genosha called Abyss. All of Azazel's children fell into a kind of zombie-like trance and managed to open a portal to his dimension. A group of X-Men followed Kurt, Nightcrawler, there and jumped through once the gateway opened. Inside, Azazel had a blast messing with them, pretending to be Satan, or at least being behind the biblical myth. In the end, though, the X-Men managed to take him and his army down and banished him to some unknown void. The team escaped with Nightcrawler, Abyss, and another one of Azazel's children, Kiwi Black. For years, no one knew where Azazel had ended up, but eventually he reappeared, this time with some creepy little Azazel-like Bamps by his side. He revealed he was the master of Calcabrina, a former ally of Frankenstein's monster, and had actually been banned from every known realm of hell. So that is Azazel. I think he's pretty underrated for how powerful he is, and yeah, he's a big character who is wild. So yeah, the retcon was that he was originally Nightcrawler's father, and that was just kind of everyone knew because he had similar powers. He looked like him, but then they changed it to be Destiny and Mystique, which very hot take. I'm not mad at. I do like Azazel being his dad because it's just he looks alike. They have the same powers, and Azazel is like an evil demon, and Kurt is this religious little cinnamon roll of a mutant. I like that. I like that huge difference. But Mystique and Destiny are fine too. So, with that being said, I have some comics for you to check out. If I missed any, please let me know in the comments because these are only ones I read. I haven't read all of Marvel comics. So, starting off with Uncanny X-Men number 428 to 434. Amazing X-Men numbers 1 through 4. X-Men The Dark Angel Saga. Dark X-Men Volume 2. And X-Men Blue Origins number 1. So, I hope you like this episode. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I hope you have a marvelous day.